Hey everyone, Tom here. Wanted to put together a comprehensive towing review for the 2024 Nissan Armada and 2024 Infiniti QX80. As you can see, I actually own two Armadas, the 2024 on the right and a 2017 on the left, both platinum models, both four-wheel drive. We can compare the Infiniti QX80 at the same time. In model year 2024, the drivetrain, engine tuning, and the actual curb weight of the Infiniti QX80 Lux and the Nissan Armada Platinum are identical. So there are no differences between the vehicles whatsoever, other than the Infiniti does not come with a built-in brake controller. Neither does the 2017 Armada. The 2024 Platinum Armada does, which is really nice because with what we're towing, you're going to need a brake control. Let's go over some vehicle specific information. So the 2024 Nissan Armada's curb weight weighs in at 6,034 pounds, as does the 2024 Infiniti QX80 Lux, both four-wheel drive models. And the rest of these numbers are going to be identical between the two vehicles because they are pretty much identical. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,500 pounds. That's an important number. What that means is that your vehicle plus fuel plus persons plus gear plus the tongue weight of your trailer cannot exceed 7,500 pounds. So if you subtract your gross vehicle weight rating from the curb weight, you will get your payload, which is 1,466 pounds. Maximum tow rating is 8,500, and the gross combined weight rating, this is another important number to note, is the weight of the trailer you are towing plus the weight of the vehicle minus the tongue weight, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Fuel capacity, 26 gallons of fuel. For a grocery getter, that is a decent amount of fuel to have on board. Not towing, you can get between 16 and 18 miles per gallon on the highway, which will get you about 400 mile range. While towing, well, that's a different story. Wheelbase is 121 inches, which is on the short side. Engine, this is a VQ56 motor. This is a 5.6 liter V8 engine rated at 400 horsepower and 413 foot-pounds of torque. It has a 7-speed automatic transmission, the same 7-speed that's been in it since 2013, at least on the Infiniti side, and a true four-wheel drive system with low range. It is a frame on suspension architecture, so very old school. It is built like a truck. However, it is not based on a truck platform. It is actually based on the overlanding vehicle, the Nissan Patrol, which is widely available in Australia and United Arab Emirates. Well guys, the day has arrived. We are going up into the mountains. We're going to test the ability of this Armada four-wheel drive low to get this roughly 7,000 or so pound travel trailer up there. Not sure if we're going to make it. We got the Razor in front of us. Our other travel trailer just went down the road. Kids are with Uncle Dale. Wife's with Jody. Noelle, the dog, is with Dad. So it's first for me. We're leaving Highlands Ranch. It's about 10:30 local time. Next stop, the turnoff. Here we are, coming over the mountains on University and Highlands Ranch. Look at that. See the top of that big mountain? That's where I've got to get this rig. I'm not sure you can see it behind us, but 27-foot travel trailer, about 30 feet total length, about 7,000 pounds. Well guys, we just started our descent into the mountains here. I'm in third gear, about 3,700 RPM. I am holding 60. Pedals now on the floor. And here we go. Got about 7,000 pounds behind us. The Armada's performing really well so far. We'll see. Alright guys, just an update. We're about 20 minutes later, going downhill now. Razor's still in front of us. We are in the mountains headed towards Buena Vista. So far, tow review, Armada. I mean, this thing is towing great. For being, you know, three quarter of its full tow capacity and at almost 9,000 feet. I'm impressed. I am running premium fuel. I know it's suggested in these engines. It really does make a difference, especially when you're towing. Sweet spot. Keep your RPMs in between 3,000 to 5,000 RPM. Don't be afraid to flog that engine. It likes to spin fast. Those VKs are made for high RPMs. Run it in manual mode. Do not try to run this in automatic mode, even with tow mode turned on. The transmission is not, even tow mode's not really set up for towing in these hills with this kind of load. So use manual. I've shifted between basically second, third, and fourth gear. That's all you're going to use. Pretty much going through these hills. When we get to our county road, which is going to be dirt with some serious inclines, we'll be in first gear and four-wheel drive low. More on that later if I can get the trailer to get in there. Alright guys, we just reached Aspen Point, about 8,000 feet. We've caught up to the Razor, Dale and Jody in front of us. We're going up a decent incline right now, third gear, about 55 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. About 3,500 RPM, plenty of throttle left. This thing is towing like a beast. Well, here we are. We made it to the road at least. We're about ready to go up some steep stuff.
Come on up here, please.
Well, here we go. 7,000 pound trailer, about 10,000 feet. We're in four-wheel drive low in second gear, actually. First gear is a little too short for what we're doing right this second. Jody and Katie and the Razor in front of us. Man, we're really running. This low range is actually pretty effective for a grocery getter. But we're about ready to get to this boulder road, and I'll need to put the phone down and pay attention to what we're doing. She's talking about. I see. Right here. Boulder Road. Put the phone down.
Everybody coming along there?
We're coming along. Tom's going through now.
I'm going very slow.
Keep your left tire as far left as you can without getting into the weeds.
Was that the boulder field?
That's the little boulder field. It's not that big a deal.
I am clear of the boulder field. I think I dragged a few times, but it didn't sound bad. All right, here we go. We are past the boulder field and we are going up the trail here. This is cool. We are in third gear, four low, not having any problems at all. Here we go. Here's the steep part of the trip. I'm down
on the left side.
Down in granny gear.
Along the left side.
Traction control is really working to get up here. Yeah, we are sliding. Traction control is really working hard. And I am just barely touching the throttle. Just barely touching the throttle.
How's everybody doing?
All right, that was a little bit adventurous. We had some pretty big,
Mount Princeton to your left.
sandy,
1514.
really loose sand, 7,000 pounds behind us. I should not have been in first gear. First gear was too low. I should have been in second. I would have probably had less slippage. I was having to really feather the throttle. but we didn't get stuck. And we are about ready to crest. Wow, and this is Mount Princeton to our left. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing. Look at that view. All right, everybody. So after that adventure, everyone's probably asking the question, would I recommend a Nissan Armada or an Infiniti QX80 to tow close to its maximum capacity? And the answer is yes, absolutely. These are very well-designed vehicles. They're heavy. They're very powerful. I never felt like the tail was wagging the dog. I do have some issues, though, with the vehicle that I wanted to share with you. One of them is simply, these are built for off-roading. They're not built really for towing like a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton pickup is. And you might have an even better towing experience with a longer wheelbase SUV like a Ford Expedition EL or a Chevy Suburban. I've personally never towed with those vehicles, but you would assume they may feel a little more stable than this Armada. But the trade-off here, one, is price. The Nissan Armada is one of the only luxury full-size SUVs that's above 6,000 pounds for tax reasons, and also is less than about $80,000 to purchase. So I know that sounds crazy. And then the Infiniti, it's going to cost you a little more, but for a luxury SUV, they're priced very well in the market. It's probably one of the best bargains you can get for a full-size SUV, especially used. A couple of downsides is the wheelbase. It is a shorter wheelbase. Tongue weight does affect these vehicles quite a bit. You know, we were pushing 900 pounds of tongue weight, and the rear suspension is pretty soft. It does have load leveling, which I'll do another video on that with our weight distribution hitch. Definitely use a weight distribution hitch if you're towing anything that's got over, let's say, 600 or 700 pounds of tongue weight. But other than that, guys, I mean, really, this thing shined in the mountains. It had no issues whatsoever pulling close to its maximum towing capability. So I would absolutely recommend this vehicle to tow. Don't overdo it. I would say 700 to 7,500 pounds would be the absolute max I would tow with this vehicle, especially if you're toting a family around, which if you've got a 7-passenger SUV, you probably are. Don't forget to calculate those weights into your gross vehicle weight ratings. Couple of massive annoyances, though, that I want the viewers to know about. The first one. This Nissan Armada has 27,000 miles on it, and these stock Bridgestone tires are almost shot at 27,000 miles. Whereas my 2017 Armada has Michelin LTX Mud and Snow, and these have close to 50,000 miles on them, and they look almost brand new. In fact, this is the third pair of Michelin LTXs I've run on this truck, as it's pushing 140,000 miles. So I would strongly recommend switching out your factory tires on this vehicle. That is part of the reason we had some slippage problems earlier on the 15% grade trail. They're also soft, so you're going to get a little more sway when towing a trailer with heavy tongue weight. The Michelin LTXs and some other tires that have a tougher sidewall are better suited for towing. Here's the other massive annoyance I have with the Nissan Armada and the QX80. It may sound trivial, but when you tow a lot, it does start to get annoying. When you turn tow mode on, all it does is change the shift patterns on your transmission. Everything else on the car is unchanged, and this particular car and most of the Nissan SUVs have automatic braking forward and rear collision. So every single time I start this car, I have to go into the trip computer, which is not exactly intuitive. It's done only on your steering wheel. You cannot do it through the infotainment center. I have to go to driver assistance, I have to go to emergency braking, and I have to turn the rear emergency braking off. And then I need to go back to my screen where I can see my gas mileage or my speedometer. I normally keep it here. Yes, that's the fuel economy we're getting, towing, or my heading and speedometer there. So that's a massive annoyance. There was a lot of comments about this when the 2017 came out with the auto collision prevention system. Like, hey, why not, when tow mode is on, at least deactivate the rear sonar, the rear beeping, and the auto braking? And from what we understood, that may have been programmed and eliminated in the newer models. I don't know about the 25 or the 26. Those are totally different vehicles, but definitely in the 24, the problem still exists. So if you don't go into that trip computer and turn that off, when you try to reverse your trailer, the car will slam on the brakes and you will not be able to move, and it will keep doing it over and over and over again. So kind of trivial, but kind of not. But to wrap this all up, guys, I appreciate you spending 15 minutes watching this with us, and I hope this gives you a little more insight into the Nissan Armada and the Infiniti QX80. I'm going to be doing 2 more videos, one on our weight distribution hitch setup that we got and how to install that with the load leveling system, and then also just an opinion video about whether you can run regular, mid-grade, or premium fuel in these vehicles. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.